Hey guys, how are you? Today's going to be my November empties, and I have a ton this month, especially makeup empties. I have so many of them. If you're new to empties videos, basically I just review the products that I finished up throughout the month and give you my thoughts on whether or not I'd repurchase them. I find empties videos to be really helpful because it shows how much someone loves or hates a product, so that's why I do these videos. Plus they're fun to film and I love watching them. So let's get started. As always, I'm going to start off with makeup empties, and I think I have like 13 of them, so it might be a little while. So first I finished up the Badescu skincare facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. This was used for me as a setting spray slash finishing spray slash refresher. I really liked this. It smelled like rose, but it wasn't too overpowering. I really liked the scent of this, and I felt like it really misted well. At the end, as always for setting sprays, at least for me, it was a little hard to spray out when it got to like around maybe here, but that's fine. I mean, this was like $5, so I'm not too worried about it, and the full size is 7, so I probably should have just gotten that one because it's bigger. But it was a really good product and definitely one I would repurchase. This one is pretty bittersweet. This is the Ciate Liquid Velvet liquid lipstick in Pinup, and I did finish it. I have marks from a Project Pan video. This was a really nice kind of nude red shade. That's probably the best way I can describe it. And here is a swatch of it. Here's what it looks like. It's more opaque when the product is full, but since it's finished, it's a little bit harder to get on the applicator. I loved this shade. I wore the crap out of this during Thanksgiving break. I love this shade. It's super wearable for me, and I would definitely consider picking up a full size of this lipstick or even a different color in the formula. It wears really nicely. It's super comfortable. It's a little bit drying if you wear it all day, but that's every liquid lipstick in my opinion. I find them all to be fairly drying, but this was really nice and I would repurchase it. Next, I finished up the Manic Panic Dreamtone foundation mixer. It's vegan and I'm sure it's cruelty free. This was in Virgin, and I know plenty of you know how much I hate the pump on this. It's horrible. It literally shoots a straight line. The product itself is really nice. I am so pale pretty much all year round. I get a slight tan in the summer, but it doesn't last for very long. So it's really hard to find foundations that match me, so I used this to lighten it. It did work really well. I have a hard candy foundation that I'm currently mixing with my foundation, and I really like that, and I kind of like that better. But I'm glad to be done with this, and I would recommend it if it had better packaging because the product's nice, but the packaging is horrible. I finished up this Wet n Wild eyeshadow in Brulee. This is the second one I've gone through. This was a matte cream color that I would use to set my eyeshadow primer as well as to highlight my brow bone. It's slightly dark for me to use as a highlight, like a brow bone highlight, so I probably won't repurchase it for that reason, but it's so affordable. It's $1 or less depending on where you get it, and I just really like the formula. I wish they would come out with more colors of the Wet n Wild Color Icon eyeshadows. Finished up a couple MAC products. I finished this MAC Studio Finish concealer. I love this concealer. I have a lot of redness, so I use this to cover up what the foundation didn't, and currently I have some breakouts as well, so it also works well to cover blemishes. It's a really full coverage concealer. My shade is an NC15, and I would repurchase it. I have another concealer that I just got from a friend that I'm excited to use, so I probably won't purchase this for a while, but it's definitely one I would recommend. Aw, this one's pretty sad. This is the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip in Alyssa. This was the collab with Kathleen Lights. I loved this shade. It is a really beautiful kind of darker nude color. That's what it looks like. I love the formula of the Ultra Satins. I just wish the doe foot applicator wasn't like fuzzy because it makes it a little less precise, at least for me to apply because I have really small lips. I like the formula a lot. It's very comfortable. The color was beautiful, and I would definitely repurchase the formula of the Ultra Satins and also this color again. Another MAC product. I finished this Painterly Paint Pot, and this was an eye primer slash cream shadow. As you can see, it's completely done. I really like this, however, it is a little bit dark for me, so sometimes when I'm trying to highlight my brow bone, it's not really that impactful because it's a little bit too dark, so I probably won't repurchase this at least anytime soon. I want to find a drugstore alternative to use as a canceling eyelid primer because I have some veining on my eyes that I would like to cover up. I probably won't repurchase this anytime soon, or possibly not in the future, I'm not really sure, but the formula is really nice. Next, I finished this Coola Makeup Setting Spray with Green Tea and Aloe. I did not like this stuff. It kind of made my hair feel like hairspray when I sprayed it on my face and it got in my hair. And the smell was pretty strong and I didn't like it. It was very herby, but that normally doesn't bother me. It's just the fact that it was very strong. I sprayed it on my face and my dogs ran out of the room because they couldn't handle it. Poor babies. But I wouldn't repurchase this or recommend it. However, the spray mist was really nice. Next, I finished this Smashbox Photo Finish face primer sample, and this was the original one. I think this might clog my pores a little bit, so I wouldn't purchase the full size. However, I have a bigger deluxe sample. It's kind of like the travel size, and I have a couple just regular paper samples of it, so I still have plenty of this to go. It might break me out. Like I said, it was clogging my pores a little bit, but my skin also is a little bit more sensitive lately. Not really sure why, but I'm glad to be done with this. Next, I finished the MAC False Lashes Extreme Black Mascara. This was a really tiny mascara sample, and here's what the wand looks like. It's a natural bristle brush. This gave me length, but it didn't really give me anything else. I didn't feel like it did a whole lot for my lashes, and it lasted a couple weeks, so I wouldn't purchase this. I don't think it's worth it. I think there's plenty of other better mascaras out there for a cheaper price. Next, I finished up the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and this is in the original one. This is a deluxe size sample. Currently going through another one right now. I don't think it's anything super special, but it does work. But the packaging broke, and like, I don't know if you can see that, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. But it like dried out the remaining product that I had on the inside of it. Not a whole lot. I would have easily finished this within like a couple uses, but it's done. Like I said, have another one going, so I don't have to repurchase this anytime soon. And I would honestly probably go with the e.l.f. primer because I think most eye primers do the same thing, at least for me. I don't have super oily eyelids. Next, I have the Kat Von D tattoo liner, and this is in Trooper. I believe this is a brush tip applicator. It works really nicely, however, it's just not black enough for what I like. And I can still get a swatch of it, but on the eye, it's just too gray for me, and it dries out when I start to do my eyes, so I'm just going to consider it done. It was really nice, however, I still prefer my NYC one, and I know a ton of people love this. Lastly, for Makeup Empties, I finished up finally this little Smashbox trio, and it had the shades Sumatra, Sable, and Vanilla. So Sumatra was a dark shade, Vanilla was a matte cream shade, and then Sable was a warm mid-tone brown, and they were all matte. And I did like this, but I don't love Smashbox eyeshadows, so I would not repurchase this. This was in my Pan That palette for this year, and I'm very excited to be done. Honestly, this video might be 30 minutes, so I apologize for that. It's gonna be a ton of stuff. For samples, I used up a bunch of them. The first one is this Sweet Tea and Lemon Freeman Feeling Beautiful Peel Away Clay Mask. This worked fine. I liked it because I could peel it off, but it did hurt really bad. I know people suggested to use a thin layer of this, so I used a fairly thin layer the first time, a thicker layer the second time, and it hurt both times. I didn't notice a sweet tea or lemon scent. I think it just kind of smelled like paint, and I don't think this did a whole lot for me. I really like the clay mask from them that I used up. It was in like the white packaging. I forget what it is. I think it's actually a mud mask, but I would repurchase that over this one, and I like the Freeman Feeling Beautiful masks, and I really want to try more of them. I used up a sample of the Benefit Professional, and this is a face primer. I really liked this. I've used up a couple samples of this in the past, and it's a skin color pore filling primer, and it works really well. I have a couple of other samples of it and also a deluxe size that I can go through, so I don't have to repurchase it. I used up this EcoTools Makeup Brush Cleansing Cloths, and these did not do anything. I tried to wipe off my makeup brushes just like spot cleaning them, and it literally did nothing, and I would not recommend these whatsoever. They were really wet though, which was nice, so I was expecting them to work, but they just didn't. Oh my god, I hated this. This was the Estee Lauder Nightwear Plus 3-minute detox mask. This smelled like a freaking fish tank. It smelled freaking disgusting, and it did nothing for me, so I would not recommend this, nor would I purchase it. I used up some Bioderma samples. This was the green one, and I didn't notice any difference from the red one, which I'm trying to pull out here. So I used up both of these. I really like Bioderma, but I still like my Equate one, which is a lot cheaper and more accessible to me, so I would not purchase this, or at least go out of my way to purchase this. I used up this L'Occitane Creme Perfectrice Perfecting Cream. I probably pronounced that all wrong. This was just okay. I noticed with L'Occitane, their moisturizers are a little bit more thick and hydrating, but they have weird smells to them, so I just would not purchase this. This was the Clarins Multi-Active Jour. This was a day cream. I really liked this. It has a nice fragrance to it, but it's not overpowering, and it was really hydrating, but it sunk into the skin really quickly. I wouldn't purchase this, I don't think, ever, because Clarins is really expensive, but it was a really nice day cream to try out, so if you have samples, definitely try this. I used up this Vera Wang Embrace perfume sample. There's a little bit left, but I can't get it out. This smelled really nice. It was like a sweet, fruity, fresh, girly scent, and it smelled really nice. I don't think I would ever purchase a full size, but if I could find a rollerball or something at Marshall's, I would definitely look into buying it. I used up this Bare Minerals Essential Moisturizing Soft Cream, and I think this was just okay from what I remember, and I think it had like a fruity scent to it, I think. I can't really remember all that much. This was the Hey Honey Feel Like Honeymoon Skin Base, and this was awful. I did not like this. It was the consistency of honey, which was kind of weird, but I kind of expected it at the same time. But it balled up on your skin when you were priming it, and then I noticed on my foundation it was kind of balling up a little bit. Would not repurchase this or purchase this or recommend it. It's just not good. I have a couple body washes this month. The first one is this Dove Purely Pampering Body Wash, and this is in Sweet Cream and Peony. I really like the formula of the Dove body washes. If I were to purchase a drugstore one, I would go for this one. The scent was really nice. It was just kind of light smelling, and I would probably consider purchasing it. Next, this is one I would not repurchase. This is the Tone Mango Splash with Cocoa Butter and Papaya. This just felt, smelled, and like looks cheap, at least like on the skin, I don't know. It was a really thin formula. It smelled really fake, and I just don't like the formula of the Tone body wash. I just don't think it was like moisturizing. I felt like it cleaned fairly well, but it just wasn't my favorite, and I would not go back to this. Next, I have this Sweet Summer Sunset Shower Gel from Bath & Body Works, and it smelled so good. It was kind of like a pomegranate smell. It has the keynotes of juicy pomegranate, golden amber, white plum berry, summer lychee, and sun-kissed woods. This was a empty between my mom and I. This smelled really nice, and I would definitely look into this one at the next semi-annual sale. This smells really nice. Next, I finished up 3 body lotions, so that puts my lotion total used up in 2016 at 27. First one is this Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte Ultra Shea Body Cream. As you can see, I did cut it open. This smells so nice. I have the candle right now, and I'm actually currently burning it, and it does not smell as nice as this does. The keynotes in here are pumpkin latte, toasted marshmallow, creamy sandalwood, white ginger, and praline musk. This smells so nice. It's like Vanilla Bean Noel, but spicier and more pumpkin in it. Smells great, and I always like to pick this up each year, so I'm definitely going to be hopefully finding more of these at the next semi-annual sale. And I really like the body creams. They're a little bit more hydrating than the body lotions, but I also still like the body lotions. Another Bath & Body Works body cream I finished up was the Magic in the Air, and this packaging though, it is so pretty, and I did cut this one open as well. Nothing in there. This was kind of like a Victoria's Secret scent to me. It smelled like fresh and girly, but a little bit of fruitiness to it. The notes in here are almond flower, sparkling persimmon, white iris, whipped vanilla bourbon, and fluffy sandalwood. I think I've said this in a couple of videos, but I love anything with sandalwood in it for scents. This smelled really nice, and I would definitely consider purchasing it again. It's not my typical scent because I usually like sweet or fruity, but this was a little bit more of a fresher scent. This was really nice, and again, the body creams are awesome. I didn't expect to like this one so much, but this was the Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream, and this is for the body, and it's for dry and sensitive skin. I use this as a foot and hand cream. This was really nice. I really like the formula of this. It's unscented, and I've been watching Kayla Jasmine, and I think she mentioned that she uses on her face and it doesn't break her out or anything, and it's really hydrating for the winter. So if you have sensitive skin and you want something a little bit more hydrating, maybe try this and use it on your face. I actually have a couple hair products this month, but they're all like deluxe size samples. So the first one is this Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Nightcap Overnight Protector. I think this had like 2 uses in it for me because I have, as you can see, long hair. And I hated the smell of this. I think it smelled like the orthodontist. I think it just reminded me of like the mold they do on your teeth, and I just did not like the smell of it at all. But I did like the look of my hair afterwards. There was less frizz and it was a little bit softer, so this was nice, but not something I would pick up, 1 for the scent and 2 for the price. I finished up 2 deluxe size dry shampoos. The first one is this Batiste Original. As you guys know, I freaking love Batiste. It works so well for my hair, and usually at the 4-day mark I tend to want to wash my hair because it feels built up. But I use Batiste and it does build up a little bit at that time, but usually it's fine. This scent was really nice as well, so I would consider picking up this scent again. And I also did not like this dry shampoo. This was the Amika Perk Up Dry Shampoo, and the packaging is really cute. And it reminded me of Batiste for the scent, but this weighed my hair down a lot and made it feel pretty gross, even though I tried to make it look better. I just didn't like this, and I would go back to my Batiste. This one's a little weird, but I kind of just finished using this CoverGirl Clump Crusher wand. I've had this for a couple years, and I figured it was time to get rid of it. I used this to comb on my eyelashes when it was clumpy from mascara, but I have another one going right now, so this is ready to be tossed. I finished up this little pocket bag from Bath & Body Works. This is a hand gel hand sanitizer, and this scent was nice. This was Sunlight and Apple Trees, but it wasn't my absolute favorite scent, so I wouldn't purchase this scent again, but I love having these with me at all times, like in my purse, my bag, my pocket, pretty much anywhere. Then I finished up this Victoria's Secret Electric Body Mist, and this was a really nice scent. It was a very coconutty vanilla scent, very summery, so I wanted to finish up before the winter. I want to try out more Victoria's Secret scents. They last fairly well on me, but since they're just a body mist, they don't last as long as a perfume, obviously. I don't know if I'd purchase this scent again, but it was a good one. Lastly, I have skincare. I have a pack of these Whispers Cotton Rounds. The label's not on it anymore, or I don't even think they come with labels anymore. I use these to take off my makeup and also to apply toner, and I think they work great. They're cotton rounds. What else can you say about them? Then I also finished up 2 of my favorite eye makeup removers. This is the Equate Oil Free, and this works so well to remove your makeup. I usually can go through 1, sometimes 2 if I'm wearing a lot of makeup of the cotton rounds, and I just soak one of these and it works perfectly well. And they're only $4, and sometimes they're hard to find because Walmart doesn't restock all the time, but this is my favorite. I always go back to this if I try out another eye makeup remover, and this one always beats it. Next, I have this Garnier Skin Active Clearly Brighter Moisturizer, and this was fine. It was nothing special. This was just a deluxe size sample of it, and I wouldn't purchase this. And then lastly, for my empties, I finished up a pack of these Neutrogena Makeup Remover Cleansing Towelettes. I used to like these a lot in high school, but I don't think they're that moist. I guess like they're not that saturated with product, so I probably won't get these again, but sometimes I just like to get them just randomly. These work fine, I just wish they were a little bit more saturated. Those were all of my empties. I probably should have warned you guys to get a full-on meal for this because it's probably gonna be 30 minutes. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you love empties videos as well. Thumbs up, like this video, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.